Josh Mead. I'm going to talk about mental health care system in society today, how it's flawed, what's wrong with it, why those things wrong with it, what we can do to make it better, and why we need to make those things better for the people that need the help. I hope you enjoy. There are many problems with the mental health care system today. The main one is that funding is being cut everywhere. Anywhere they can save money, the government is going to. Anywhere they need to. As you can see, the nation's psychiatric bed total has fallen 17% since 2010, and now it stands at 11.7 beds per 100,000 people. That's amazing. It's only about 12 beds for 100,000 people that need it. And some patients might not be able to get the proper doctor that they need. 2/3 of primary care physicians are unable to find a mental health care professional to care for their patients after diagnosis, which is crazy to think about, that they can't find another doctor to help them with their patient after they're diagnosed. And it always goes back to the rich and powerful will receive the best treatment because they can afford it, and money speaks everywhere, unfortunately, and they can buy their way to the top. Some more problems with the mental health care system are that we have a huge homeless population. As of 2016, it was 650,000 people, and because they're homeless, they have no way to pay for health. They have no way to get health. That even if they walk into a mental health office, they'd probably be turned away due to them being homeless. It's crazy to think that they have no way to help themselves, and of course, it affects everyone, not just homeless people, not just poor people, but the more than 300 million people in the world. That's 4.4% of the whole world suffer from just depression alone. It's crazy to think about, and that we need to make it better for them. The primary focus of my research has been that mental illnesses are either undertreated or mistreated by doctors, as said earlier, because approximately 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience a mental illness in any given year, but of those 1 in 5, only 41% receive mental health services. That was a study done in 2014, which is scary to think about, because why are they not getting the help they need? And that goes into all the different reasons. They can't afford it. Some people are afraid to seek treatment, which is weird to think about, but it's true, because some people with mental illnesses are just labeled crazy or can't be within society, so they don't want to get labeled someone with a mental illness, or whatever reason, because in a follow-up study, it was established that 42% of individuals with a severe mental illness were not being treated, which is crazy, because they have a severe mental illness which cannot be described by me. It's only by them, and they don't want to get help, probably because they don't want to be labeled, or they don't want to be locked up in a facility. But they need to get the help they deserve, because we as a society need to get better and help them. How to treat mental health is there's many different illnesses, so there's many different treatments. Some types of illnesses you can cure, but not all. For the ones you cannot cure, you just want to make it better for them, dealing with the symptoms. Some different types of treatment, or a treatment team for someone with depression. That's their family, their doctors, their peers, their friends, to just gather them up and help them feel better. A treatment program for people with severe disorders that need it. Brain stimulants for people with, again, severe disorders. And if you have a substance abuse problem, there's no way you could treat a mental illness, because you have to treat your substance abuse first, because that's going to deter you. And the best way to do that is going into your doctor. So if you feel even with the slightest sick, go in, because you need it. My plan for the treatment is we need to make it more readily available for those who need it, because From 2009 to 2012, the United States cut roughly $5 billion in mental health services. That's unbelievable, because I believe the problem's only getting worse, and that's just killing it. Instead of cutting funding, we need to raise funding, maybe fundraise, like, I don't know, we need to raise funding and raise awareness towards this. We need to find more cost effective ways to provide help for those that need it and who cannot afford it. A study done in Australia estimated that switching depressed individuals from a conventional antidepressant to St. John's Wort, a hospital, could result in potentially saving 50 million Australian dollars. The conclusion is, if we can generate enough money to fund the proper treatment for those who need it, not those who are already getting treatment or getting the proper treatment or are rich or don't need it, for those who are not getting treatment right now that really need it. So, because about 50% of individuals with psychiatric disorders are receiving no treatment at all. Again, that goes back to they might not know, they don't want to reach out, and many things. So we have to make it better for everybody, because that stat shows that people with mental illnesses are afraid for whatever reason. It could be any reason at all, but they're afraid to get help because of I think the stigma that goes with it, that if mental illness is a personal thing, you need to deal with it, you're personal. I don't think that's true. If you need help, seek it. And that ends the slideshow. Thank you very much.